So in this video, I'm going to show you how to take an image, like a picture from Google Images, and it has to be a black and white one. I'll talk about those details in a little bit, and convert them into a 3D file. So for example, for your project, let's say for example, like you want to put some kind of logo or something on the front of your vehicle or on the side or somewhere. We can go to Google Images, and let's say for example, we want to do the Ford logo. Make sure you do something called vector. So it's going to say whatever it is. Like let's say you're doing like you're the Miami Dolphins fan, or maybe you're a fan of, I don't know, the Baltimore Ravens. You type in Baltimore Ravens logo, and then the word you're looking for is vector. You type those things in, and then what you're looking for is a black and white image. So these up here won't be able to work because they're more than one color. You need a black and white image. So for example, this one right here, that would work just fine. If we click on that, what you got to do is you have to right click on it. You have to save the image as, and save it on your computer. So Ford logo 2, save. Next thing we need to do, we're going to exit out of this. You got to go to the website. It's called picsvg.com. This is the website that allows you to convert that picture, that black and white picture, that vector art that we just saw, into an actual 3D file. So what we're going to do is we have to upload the picture, and it's probably going to be uploading from your Google Drive. For me, it's on my desktop. I click on it, I hit open. After I open it up, it's going to upload after a few seconds. It's going to look like nothing happened, but what you have to do is you have to scroll down to the bottom. So there's a couple of different things you have to change here. First, the features. And the details, I change them to strong just so they're more pronounced and they're easier to see. Next thing, don't worry about this. This is just colors. Colors don't matter. Where it says invert, if you want it to look like this, you leave it as invert. For me, I choose ready. Ready usually fills in all the gaps and gives me like a nice solid logo or design. So as you can tell, it's pretty similar, but all it did was cut out this unwanted white space. And on top of that, it's going to convert it into a 3D file. You click on download SVG, and it's going to download as some kind of weird name. For example, mine is H7BKGU4SOO.svg. But that .svg, that's the file that we need to keep a hold of and look at, okay? Next thing we do is we go to our design. We want to click on import, choose our file, and you have to find it. Don't click on Ford logo.jpg or anything that says .jpg. Those will not work. You have to find the one. For me, it's going to be in my downloads probably. There it is. It says .svg. That's the file type that Tinkercad will realize and it will actually read. Click on that, hit open. I'm going to click on artwork so it shrinks down that white space area. And scale, I'd say scale it down to 50%. See where that gets you. 100% is probably going to be way too big. Click on import. After a few seconds, it'll import. And it should pop up, boom, right here on your work plane, and there's your file. Now, obviously, you got to move it into the right area. For me, I want to rotate it. So it's a lot bigger than I prefer to have it. So I want to shrink it down. And then we just got to go through the process for me of putting it up here. So I have to, for example, copy and paste it, or copy it, set my work plane down on top, and then paste it. And maybe this will work, maybe it won't. Uh-oh, I guess not. Let's see if this works now. Let's see. I got to raise this guy up, move it over, and place it exactly where I want it to go. The original, we'll just get rid of that because we don't need it. So now this works for nice, like very basic designs. Like the Ford logo is very basic. There's not much to it. But if you try to do something that's like a black and white picture of someone, it's not going to work too well. So for example, if we go to Google Images and we search for, let's say, dolphin, black and white. If it's a picture like this, that is not going to work. If it has a ton of detail in it as well, like this right here, that's probably also not going to work. It has to be super basic, whether it's like a silhouette or an outline, or very small and few lines in between. So keep it as basic as possible. Also, like, even though this is black and white, that one, absolutely, it won't work. It would turn out pretty terrible. It has to be something very basic like a logo. So this, for example, works out just fine. So you can stick that on there. But keep in mind, I mean, when you do this stuff, it should be accenting your project. It shouldn't be taking away from the project as a whole. It should just be like a little accent piece that kind of like sets it off and makes it look pretty cool. So just keep that in mind.